Hi everyone, it's Andy Yang from Pinpoint Property Recruitment. I'm a senior recruitment consultant here, specializing in the facilities management sector. And I'm with my colleague Emily, who specializes in the property and leasing space. We thought it'd be fantastic, just to, now that we're into September and almost into the second quarter of the new financial year, perhaps just have a bit of a chat about the market and what we've been finding recently. So on that side, Emily, how have you been finding the market recently?
It's been a really interesting last quarter, coming off of the end of the financial year where hiring was quite slow, particularly in the commercial leasing and property space, to then move into July and August where companies had implemented changes to their structuring of their teams. There were a lot of redundancies made, but also quite an influx of roles within the expanding sectors as well. I found over the last 3 months there has been a rise of employees looking for or keeping an eye out on the job market. According to Seek, the top driving factor being the tight market and the cost of living as well. They've noted salaries have risen by 4.5% within the real estate and the property sector. How have you been finding it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, as you mentioned, it's definitely been a very busy market at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I think as well, as you mentioned in that Seek report, they found that job ads are still significantly above what they were pre-COVID. Which is definitely good news for employees. But yes, we've also been finding with that as well, there's been an increase in ad responses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a very busy time at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we're into the new financial year as well, there has also been an uptick in the number of roles as a whole, and I'm sure that this will continue to rise as we go into busy period leading into Christmas.
Exciting times.
Yeah, and as part of that as well, one of the large sectors that we've been finding has been, definitely been growing recently is that not-for-profit space.
Yes.
Yeah, which is definitely a very intriguing and rewarding space to look at, especially from a facilities and property point of view.
Yeah, I've been finding it the same as well. Absolutely. So what advice would you give candidates currently looking?
Yeah, it's a great question. Something I would say as well is probably quite a bit to do around the CV. So something that I would definitely recommend is that candidates, when they are looking at the role that they are interested in, that they look through any key duties that might be mentioned on an advert or in a job description.
Mm-hmm.
They have a copy of that, and outlining that in your CV. Really make it easy for the hiring manager to see how you'd fit into that role. And something else we always really recommend as well is, especially in the facility space and the property space, is putting some key achievements, perhaps any areas of improvement that you've helped business in, or any special fit outs or projects that you've been involved with as well. Just putting that at the top of the CV under a key achievement section, just to really highlight what you've been responsible for during your time there.
Yeah, I feel like that gets overlooked quite a bit with candidates, but that's really good advice as well. It really just will make you stand out above the rest. One other thing I would add that I don't see people do, but not everyone, is the type of assets that you work on is important. It is, even if it's not the same assets that you're applying for, there's lots of transferable skills there as well.
And one of the last things I wanted to cover as well is for hiring managers too. Has there been any advice or any trends that you've been seeing with employees at the moment, Emily, or anything that you feel that they might be able to do a bit better?
Well, I feel like it's really important to sell your role. I know that Steve did mention that salaries is the driving factor, but there's more to it than that as well. I found a big trends are candidates are looking for new challenges. They want diversity in their portfolio, opportunities to grow their skills and opportunities to grow within the company.
Yes.
They also, one important thing is culture has to be good. They've got to like coming into work. They spend most of their life there. And finally, flexibility, particularly around hours. I noted that employers have been trying to push people to go into work, but that's not just the only thing. They want to be able to have that work-life balance as well. But what have you found?
No, definitely. I mean, as you mentioned, something that is very important is being able to really, show potential employee as well, why they would want to work for you too. With how the market is at the moment too, something else I'll also recommend to any employers out there is, make sure you don't take too long to get back to a candidate.
Yes.
Because you might miss out on the perfect candidate because they have other opportunities on the table or other offers that come in. Candidates understand that at times there might be delays or things that might happen, but making sure that you keep those open communication channels with them so that they, know that you're still interested and still want to work with them and want to try bring them on board. That's definitely something really important to keep an eye on.
One thing that's been happening to me lately is the potential employees, they get another job offer in between here and there. If you don't act fast enough in this market, you're going to lose them.
Yes, definitely.
But thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you found our video useful. Take care.
Yeah.